Hello, my name is Mason Csantaveri, and this is the Interpretations, Pros, and Cons of Artificial General Intelligence. This is an informative speech and my submission for the e-portfolio. So, going on to what is AGI. So, whenever I heard AGI, I pictured Terminator from what I saw as a little child, an exterminating robot sent from the future to kill our main protagonist that we love. This gave me nightmares as a child, so you can imagine how surprised I was when I figured out that Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California later on. But that's a separate issue. Let's get into what is AGI. Now, Dave Bergman and Cole Stryker from IBM give us a lot of different definitions. And is no one specific definition of AGI because it doesn't yet exist. General intelligence does not yet exist. We have generative AI, but not AGI. But the definition that they settle on when they look at all of them together and combine them is that an AI system that can match or exceed human capabilities at the cognitive level. So to visualize this, you can imagine Einstein. He was super smart. He was able to infer a lot of things. He figured out so much stuff for quantum physics. Now imagine if he had all of the information in the entire internet that we have today, and he was able to memorize all of it, and he knew every single piece of it. Now imagine that he thought at the speed of a computer. This is essentially what AGI would be. So there are a few benefits to this. Firstly, healthcare benefits. An article from Eastman talks about how AI is already used in healthcare to improve hospital logistics, to improve diagnosing, to just improve overall appointment speed and general things in hospitals. But AGI would be a complete revolution. It would double, if not triple, if not exponentially increase our ability to find cures, vaccine, antibiotics to major diseases that plague us today. We'd be able to respond to COVID-19 if it ever happened again so much faster with AGI because we'd be able to have all the information that we do have, perform tests inside of its own system, and be able to figure out what our best solution would be. We would be able to absolutely revolutionize the healthcare sphere if we had AGI. Next would be economic benefits. James Pethokoukis from AEI established that there would be a 30% yearly real world GDP growth. What that means is that all across the world, there would be a 30% increase in economies every single year once AGI was implemented. This is because AGI can take over just about every single job. Factory workers, builders, welders, engineers, HR, accounting, just about anything could be taken over by an AGI. While that does sound like a benefit, it also is a cost. Anton Kornak from NBER, in an economic report from the national from a national organization, stated that massive job loss is highly likely, and that would lead to revolt and income inequality. When people don't have any money because a lot of their jobs are being taken away, and all the people at the top who have the AGI who are taking the jobs are able to do way more efficient are able to make their goods way more efficiently, are able to control the prices entirely as they wish, and a large majority of the population doesn't have any money. Not only is that income inequality, but a lot of the population won't be able to feed and support their families, which is going to lead to revolt, which is terrible for not only the economy, but it's terrible for political systems, it's terrible for social systems. It's just overall not a good situation. Finally, and arguably the most controversial one, is the idea of an AI singularity and or extinction. Now, AI singularity is the point at which AI becomes smarter than humans, and then up after that, we don't really know what's going to happen. Maybe the AI is going to decide to protect humanity. Maybe it's going to decide to just control and take over all of humanity and turn the world into whatever it wants. Max Tegmark at the Future of Life Institute establishes that we cannot control AGI. A lot of people say, hey, we'll just put on moral frameworks and rules to the AI or AGI to decide what they can and cannot do. However, we cannot realistically do that as of our current capabilities. Even CEOs of AI companies like Google DeepMind and OpenAI do admit this, that we have no real way of controlling AGI if it were to happen right now. So it's up to you to decide what you believe in. Do you think that AGI will be a net positive for humanity or a net negative in the terms of iRobot or in the terms of Terminator? We don't fully know what it will be in the future, but we can lay out a few potential benefits and costs that may or may not happen, and it's up to you to decide which ones are more important or which ones you think are more realistic. These are just the information that we have right now. Thank you very much.